Hello, my name is Price, and welcome to the Sundown Rundown. This is going to be our post-fight analysis series for all of our fights this season of BattleBots, and I will be your guide through every single one of them. And that includes this one. Horizon versus Shreddit Bro. Before we get started, I would like to apologize for how long this video has taken to come out. I know that there's not a lot to say about this fight other than, oops, all rookies, but I'd like to be a bit more prompt about this kind of thing in the future. So, without any further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now, I know there's a few questions on everyone's minds, like, hey, don't they test these things beforehand? Are these really the 50 best robots they could find? Is anyone else mad that Apollo didn't get in? Was that the worst fight ever? I think that was the worst fight ever. These are all valid questions, albeit a little bit hurtful, but, you know, I think we can find some answers. Coming into this fight, we had a few technical issues, specifically with the bits that, you know, make us move and do the weapon thing. This issue was something that we were having before we even got to BattleBots.
It is much more controllable. It stopped. Did it stop?
And, well, we still didn't really know what was going on. It became clear that we were getting less torque out of our motors than we expected, which was really weird. To give you an idea of our setup, on drive we run two TP Power 5680s, and on each weapon side we run a new motor 8038. For those of you who don't speak motor, and I don't blame you, basically Horizon is designed to be comfortably over-motored. To put things further into perspective, we run the same drive motors as Tantrum, and both of our weapon motors are what drive a single hypershock weapon. We should have had more than enough motor power to prevent these drive and spin-up issues. So, we did what we could, and, you know, tried our best to diagnose and fix the issue. We took apart gearboxes to see if there may have been some schmeh stuck in there. You know, we thought we may have been, you know, skipping chains, so we put in chain tensioners. We tried different settings on our transmitters to see if, you know, maybe something was mixed weird. And finally, we sort of arrived at the conclusion that it was our ESCs. And we were about to go in for the fight, man. We were about to go in for the fight. So, there's all this talk about ESCs. But what is an ESC? Well, in its simplest terms, an ESC is something that allows you to control the speed of your motors. Additionally, you can program ESCs to better benefit your machine. No two robots' speed controller settings look exactly the same, as there are different use cases for each machine. Hey there, Congested Editing Price here. Originally there was a different explanation, but I got it wrong. And I didn't want to go back and re-record footage, so here we are. We had Horizon working on October 9th, which was like less than a week before day 0 of filming on the 15th. Because we run fully custom ESCs, we were still dialing in their settings to our specific use case. In the words of our ESC guy, we had yet to put all the beans in the robot. Cool? Cool. Okay, bye. So this issue with our ESCs ended up making it so that we couldn't really gun the throttles. During the match, our driver Kyle basically had to manually baby and ramp up the weapon and drive control, starting from center stick on drive or 0 throttle on weapon every single time he wanted to spin up or even turn. Like, imagine having to restart your car every single time you stopped.
Did it stop?
That's kind of what we were dealing with. Also, we couldn't turn in place, technically. Our back wheels had tape on them. If you look at this photo, like, our back wheels are completely smooth. That's not because we burnt them out. That's just because that's tape, baby. Why tape? Well, it was so we could skid, or at least try and pretend like we were capable of turning in place. So, what about the fight? Well, I think we all know how that went.
Does Horizon have a pin?
Yeah, he did the Hulk Hogan leg drop.
You know, it is BattleBots mating season.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So, yeah, I think the less said about that, the better. Okay, no, there was some interesting stuff that happened during the fight. If by interesting you mean completely detrimental to our functionality and our weapon spin-up and our whole deal. You know, just little things. Like our weapon chain falling off in the first few seconds of the fight because we forgot to weld the master link because, oops, we're a new team. And there's just so much going on that we just forgot. We were trying to get the robot together and through safety, and we didn't think. But technically, our weapon is still capable of doing its thing with one side down. It's just a lot slower. But that, in addition to our ESC issues not allowing us to spin up fully, kinda left us dead in the water. Though, we did do some damage to Shreddit Bro. As you can see, we got a wheel, we got another wheel, and we did damage to their drone. Like, technically, we outbit them. Not bad for a robot that doesn't work. That being said, Shreddit Bro also did damage to us. As you can see. See that? It's not supposed to look like that. Surprisingly. And you know what? This isn't easy to bend. This is 22.5 pounds of 1/4-inch AR-500 steel. This stuff is known for its durability, but right now it looks like a banana. That's because Shreddit Bro hits. So, yeah, that hit. You know the one. That hit, as you might expect, caused a fair few things on Horizon to, well, break. This includes our self-rider supports as well as the plates that they were welded to, and a mounting hole on our self-rider itself. But after the fight, we dusted ourselves off, had some lunch, fixed our ESC issues, put a new disc on the arm, and, well, within a few hours, we were back in the test box, looking better than ever.
1, go.
This fight was a much-needed learning experience for us. Yeah, we tripped and fell, like, right on our faces, but because of that, we were able to focus in on and fix some of the issues that were holding us back, giving us some much-needed confidence in Horizon going into our next fight against Monsoon. And what can you all learn from this? Well, heavyweights are hard. They take a lot of time, money, and energy to get right, and aren't always guaranteed to work the first time around. Many builders don't have places to safely test these machines, and so a lot of our issues have to get worked out at BattleBots. We test these things about as much as we can before going in the box, but that doesn't always mean we're running at 100%. Sometimes it just means we're running at good enough. Ask any legend in this sport. Sometimes good enough is all we can do. And for the naysayers, we had the privilege of being chosen as one of the 50 bots that got to compete this season, and the honor of being included in the lengthy history of BattleBots. Whether or not you agree with that decision is your choice, and we don't hold that against you. But we can't wait to surprise you. But that, as always, will be coming up on the horizon. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and why not hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss the next episode of the Sundown Rundown.